Well, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great start to your day. My name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home, online. And today I want to ask you, who is it that you're learning from? Who are you learning from? Who are you surrounding yourself with? You know, they say that the law of association, the people you hang around, is who you become. And I had an opportunity last week to have coffee with a gentleman by the name of Brian Flanagan, an amazing guy, incredible sales trainer, has his own sales training business, phenomenal networker. And Brian actually was personally mentored by Zig Ziglar. Worked for Zig for years, toured the country with them, spoke at events with them, and had an opportunity to spend so much time with Zig Ziglar. And it's amazing as you listen to Brian train, you listen to him speak, you can hear Zig Ziglar's voice in Brian. You can tell who his mentor was. You could tell who he was, who he learned from. And, I had the opportunity to ask him, I said, what was the biggest thing that you learned from Zig Ziglar? And remember this, guys, the only way you can truly influence other people is by your own example. And he was talking to me about the example that Zig set. He said, Jeff, here's the two biggest things that I learned from him. Number one, consistency. Showing up every day. Showing up with a smile, whether you want to or not. When things are good, when things are bad, showing up every single day. Consistency is the key to mastery. We've been talking about that. I've learned a lot about consistency over the last, year. I am 358 days, I think, in a row now of doing this message. Good morning, Jeannie and Joanne, literally every single day. But he said consistency is one of the biggest things they learned, was Zig's example of consistency, of dedication, of hard work, of doing it even when you don't need to do it, but just doing it anyway. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Kathy. Said the other thing that he learned. The other thing that he learned from Zig, we learned a ton of things, but the two things that, like, without blinking, he said right away, consistency. And the third thing that he said was humility. See, you got to go out and have that H3 leadership style. If you know what that means, it's humble, hungry, and hustle. You got to stay humble, you got to stay hungry, and you got to keep hustling. But humility was one of the biggest things that he learned from him. See, you can't believe your own press. See, sometimes you start to have success and people think that you're, this, that, and the other thing, and people say nice things about you, people edify you, people talk about your achievements, and a lot of people, that success gets to their head. A lot of people, they think that they've arrived. And when they believe their own press and they think that they've arrived, they aren't hungry anymore. They lose that humility. They become arrogant. They treat people differently. And all of a sudden, they never get where it was that they could have gotten because success got to their head. And he was telling me, he said, you know what? He said some of the other people, in the industry, they got real big and they started acting big. And we would do an event and they would have their own entire entourage and they would get 8 hotel rooms and, stretch limousines. And, he said, and then there was Zig, he'd get one regular, simple, hotel room. He wouldn't have an entourage. He wouldn't even get a suite. He would just get a regular hotel. He was just a regular guy. And he just lived that life of humility. So here's the thing that I'll share with you. Some of us have children. For me, I just got a dog, but some of you have children. Some of you have people that are following you. Some of you have people that you're leading. What example are you setting for other people? What example are you getting from others? And then what example are you giving? So those are things to ponder upon today. And I'd love to have you guys, if you could, think about, again, what's the biggest thing that you've learned from your mentor? Or from a mentor in your life? What's the one biggest lesson that you've learned from from a mentor in your life? Drop a comment and share that today. For me, my mentor, Patrick Mazer, told me, and he showed me through his example, don't get frustrated, get fascinated. And I've seen him in all kinds of different situations. And he talked yesterday on Clubhouse about just being curious, being fascinated, not letting things get to you that would normally get to people, but that's interesting, isn't it? That's fascinating. But just the way that you deal with the situation. See, life is always going to happen, but what's different is how you react to things. So Patrick has definitely taught me about how you react to things. So again, drop a comment. What's one of the biggest takeaways that you've gotten from the example of your mentor? Drop that comment here this morning. You know, again, consistency, humility, being fascinated by difficult situations. Those are some of the things we talked about here this morning. Kathy said to listen. That wasn't an easy thing, and she's still, learning. So again, drop that. Don't get frustrated, get fascinated. 100%, Joanne. So guys, share today's video if you think that somebody else will get something out of today's message. Share today's video, and again, give us a comment today on what are the biggest things that you've learned from spending time with your mentor. So I will see everybody tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. God bless everybody. Have an incredible day. Again, my name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home, online, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time.